Unbelievable college game. I mean, the atmosphere was unbelievable. Our fans here in the last month they've been tremendous, man. I've been in a lot of places, and they show out. They're here. They're fired up. The defense chants, it gives these guys some juice, and it's been a ton of fun. But well-coached team that we just played against, really tough, really physical team that we just played against. That was a root canal game. But when you play at home and you got a good, talented team, you think you can pull those games out, and I'm proud of my team for pulling that game out.
All right, we'll open up for questions.
Coach, they gave you everything that they pretty much could. There was, I don't even know how many lead changes. Well,
153, I think.
Yeah. 18 lead changes.
Yep.
Crazy. I guess, what were the conversations like in the huddle towards the end there to be able to pull it out late?
I mean, we just kept going at talking about our game plan and the things that we needed to do defensively, because I just felt like the game was going to be won on the defensive end. I trust my guys on offense. I know my guys will make plays on offense, but it was a defensive end thing. So we just kept on talking about that, the lineups that we're in, the different guys that we were doing different things with. And we told these guys it's a simple thing. Like, good teams that want to win big games like this, you got to execute, and especially late in the game. And we executed enough late in the game and grabbed some boards to get some stops, and ended up with a win.
You talked about the defense, and Nolan was definitely huge for you guys in the paint, especially in the last couple of minutes. He had 2 huge blocks, and then I think he had the tip in for the go-ahead basket to give you guys the lead for good. What about his game today really impressed you and gave you an edge?
And Nolan's a competitor, man. I mean, he came here. He left where he was because he wasn't going to get a chance to play, and he wanted to play. He plays with a chip on his shoulder. I think all our guys play with a chip on their shoulder, and he just competes. He's a mild-mannered kid, but he's got that inner fire where he just competes. He doesn't let it out. He's not that type of guy, but man, we trust him. I mean, these guys know he's going to battle every game. We throw him the ball. We think something good's going to happen, and he goes up and he grabs boards like a big dog, and we need that from him every game.
Coach, as you were leaving the floor tonight, you said that's one. Getting this first one out of the way here in the tournament, and it's been a long time since you guys played in a tournament game, getting the win here, how does that feel to go forward now and maybe try to get another one tomorrow night? Yeah,
it's tremendous. I mean, we've been talking all year, like, you got to enjoy it. These guys got to enjoy the moment. You don't get to do this all the time. This isn't something that you get to do every single year unless you're a handful of schools, a la the school down the road. Vermont got a win today, which was tremendous, but we're trying to do what we can do here to stay in the tournament every single year and compete to do this. So, any win that you get at the college level and college basketball at the scholarship level is a monster to try to get. And when you play a tough team in an environment like this in an NCAA tournament, well-coached team like that, it's an even more of a monster. So we just got to enjoy it, and we put ourselves in position now to go to bed at night and wake up tomorrow and play again.
Yeah, what's that 24-hour turnaround like for you guys? I mean, it's you don't get a lot of that in the regular season, and even in the conference tournament. And so now you've got bam, I'm guessing hitting film real quick and getting these guys out in the morning here. Yeah, we've got the scouts ready for whoever we're going to play here. 2 really good teams are about to play, so we'll get that stuff ready. We probably won't watch it with them until tomorrow, or maybe send them some stuff that they can watch tonight. But these guys got to get to bed, man. They got to get some rest. They got to take care of their bodies, eat well, and get ready to turn around tomorrow and go at it. But it's kind of similar to the beginning of the year. We played back-to-back games beginning of the year. I think it's a time of year where if you're not ready and you're not up for it, I don't know why you're here. So I have the utmost confidence in these guys. They're all going to be ready to go tomorrow. We go at 7:30.
CJ, you didn't hit threes today, but you were able to get to the basket and score some big hoops today. Was the defense doing things differently that you weren't used to through the first 2 games you saw?
Yes, actually. They were overplaying me very hard, so I won't get my three off. Like, even when I pump fake, they jumped immediately. So I know I get to the basket and make, like, good passes and things like that. So, they were playing me, like, very hard. Even the threes I did shoot, they were highly contested, but I felt confident shooting anyways. But, like, yeah, they were overplaying me very hard.
And, Darrel, if you could just talk about your rise this year. From last year, you looked a little hesitant at times when I saw you. This year, you play with a confidence and a swagger that I think is very noticeable. I think it's one of the keys to your success this year. Can you tell me a little bit about your gradual improvement?
Getting to college last year, being a freshman, it was kind of nerve-wracking. I would get in the game, a couple minutes and, make mistakes and be hard on myself. But eventually, when I got to playing and starting, I started to get a feel for the game, got a lot of experience. And coach started to trust me and started to just put me in and said, just go, just play your game. just let me loose basically, and I got to do what I got to do. And so I carried that into the summer, put a lot of work in, brought it back to this season, and we're winning. So
His coach was smart enough to stay out of his way.
Coach, I have one for you, and then
Yep.
whoever. You had some rough patches over the last couple of years, but anyone who saw you play as I did knew that you were not nearly as bad as your record was. You were in so many games right down to the wire. What was the difference between that year and this year? How you turned it all together and really put together a powerhouse team?
Yeah, I think the first thing is experience. My experience, I'll be honest, like my experience with learning how to win games and learning how to make adjustments and things that I wanted to get to these guys. And everybody talks about you move one seat over, right? You're an assistant for a long time. I was an assistant for very good coaches, learned a ton. You move a seat over, you got to figure some stuff out. And everybody thinks they're ready, and I thought I was ready, and the reality is it's like anything new. You got to figure it out. So I did a lot of soul searching to try to figure out what I needed to do, but the reality of the whole thing is these guys. Like, as a coach, I've always envisioned being the type of coach that was like, I want to have a bunch of guys that love basketball the way I love basketball, and a bunch of guys who love winning and competing the way I love winning and competing, and then literally stay out of their way. I try not to give them too much. I know I do sometimes, but my trust in this team, I told them before the game, I'm not ready to be done coaching this team. This team has been an unbelievable fun team to coach. It's not because we're winning games and all that. It's because of them. It's because of the young men, the hard work that it makes me proud that when the ball's bouncing and I look in the gym and it's one of my guys shooting. It's three of my guys shooting. These guys are in the gym all the time. And to quote a Vermont legend, I saw TJ Sorrentine, who's a friend of mine, tweet today, this team has been in the gym as much as any team as we've ever had at Brown. This team has been in the gym as much as any team I've ever been around in 20 whatever years I've been doing this. And that's why I think where we're at.
You talk about moving one seat over. Scott was just in here talking about his relationship with you and you guys coaching together at Quinnipiac. I'm hoping you can kind of give us a little more insight into what it's like to coach with him and then now have to coach against him. And obviously we know his basketball resume is miles long.
Yeah, I'll start with coaching against him. In the regular season games, I think it is what it is. You show up and you battle and you do what you got to do. In a game like this, when you know someone's season is going to be over, it was hard. It was really hard. It was hard. Like 2 days ago, it kind of hit me. I have so much respect for him as a man and just the type of person he is. He's got every reason to be arrogant and to be dismissive and all the things that come with kind of being that level of a player and doing what he's done. At the time, the only man drafted in the first round of 2 professional drafts and won a championship, all the things he's done. He is the most down-to-earth, honest, genuine human, one of the best people I've ever been around. And when I got hired before him at Quinnipiac, but a matter of a month before, and when he came in, like from the jump, you knew he was just a great guy. So I love being around him. I wish I could be around him more, but that was hard. As a coach, man, he's seen as much basketball as anybody there is, and you talk about competitive. I'll leave you with this. I don't know how many more questions you guys got, but the one thing that Coach Darrel and I have going for us is we did win 2-on-2 against one of our other assistants and Ray Allen. All right, so the coach, we're undefeated against Ray Allen and a teammate. So I'll leave you with that.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about free throws? It seemed like in the second half I had to do at one point 10 for 17. They were 6 for 8 during that same period. That kept them in, I think, and had a little bit. You guys were struggling there a little bit.
Yeah.
And free throws make champions.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you have to do in the next couple of games? Keep going.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything different. I think we just got to get our guys to step to the line and knock them down. We've shot free throws well all year long. There was a point where we were like in the high 70s. It's dropped a little bit, but again, I trust these guys. They're going to step to the line and knock free throws down. Games like this, these guys know. Like, we work on them, they shoot them. We don't make a big deal out of it because I know when they step to the line, they're going to knock free throws down. But you have games like this. You have anomalies where you don't shoot. That's why you have an average, I fully expect we'll bounce back tomorrow and knock the free throws down when we have to.
Darrel.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I got one quick for Darrel. Running point today, in what I can imagine is probably the highest pressure situation that you've had in your career. What is it like for you with the ball in your hand and with the lights as bright as they are, figuratively, in a game like this, and really take control of a team that is riding your shoulders?
The first step is to to relax, because at the end of the day, it's a basketball game, man. I don't care how big of a stage it is. It's fun. Like, we grew up playing this game as a game, so you can't just go in there, I don't know, losing your head. I kind of just stay calm the whole game, even when we're up by, like, I don't know, 6 or 7, with a minute to go. Like, you can't really just be happy. Like, or not happy, but you can't be content. Gotta just stay calm, stay composed, and just have fun. And that kind of rubs off on everybody else too. It rubs off on the coaches, the players, even the fans. Rubs off on everybody. So.
And then in a game like this where you're back and forth, and you're, mistakes are their magnitude, they're magnified that much more.
Yeah.
How much trust do you have in your guys to make sure that, if someone does drop the ball, turn it over, throws it out of bounds, misses a shot, that you guys have the confidence to regroup and come back and be better on the next possession?
We take like a next play mentality. So, if a turnover, I had 4 turnovers. I get mad at myself, but I know like the next play I can get a steal, the next play I can get a bucket, the next play I can get a nice pass or something. It's just, say I turn the ball over, get back on defense, get a stop, and figure it out that way. And, I know it's magnified, but I don't know. I think you just stay calm and stay composed, and it's a long game. So,
for Darrel and for CJ, just given the newness kind of this whole situation, being the first time in the NCAA tournament, certainly for you guys, and everything, just the format's a little bit different here. How helpful is it with just having the comfort of home? Just being able to play here and do this. I mean, obviously on the court, just everything, even off the court, just everything looks familiar. And how, I guess, important is that when you're facing these kind of new challenges?
Personally, I hate bus rides, long bus rides. I don't want to be on the bus for so long and play at a different facility. But to be able to stay home, to practice, shoot in our own gym, have our fans come and support us, like, that's a huge deal. And they haven't done it since 1960s, so I think this is just a major deal. And it's really fun to play in front of all our fans. So yeah.
Yeah, like DY said, I don't like long bus rides either. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my legs be hurting. But I do like seeing the fans and everybody. Like, it's like just being comfortable, seeing all the same people all the time, even new people that come in and see us play. It's just like they believe in something that we're doing right now, and like it's just like a comfortable, like just being comfortable. Like, it helps with anything through adversity. When you mess up, I get mad at myself, but I just push through, knowing like we're just here. I see my teammates, coach, everybody. So yeah, it's comfortable.
And just feeding off the question there, contextually, first win for St. Michael's, first appearance for St. Michael's in the NCAA tournament since 2001, before these guys were probably even born. What does that mean? I know you haven't been here all these years, but for the school, I'm sure you know what it's like to be here, taking them to those heights again.
Yeah, I think it means a lot. I mean, we've got alums that are here. We've got guys whose numbers are in the rafters that are here. We've got people that have, used to. We've had these guys have talked about it a lot. They've had professors that haven't come to a game in 20 years that are here. Community members that want to watch some basketball. I'd love to know how many people were at the UVM's game today, went and grabbed some lunch, maybe a beer, and then came over here to watch this game. It's a great atmosphere of basketball. And one of the reasons that I came here was because I knew there was a history and I knew it mattered. And we wanted to get it back to this point, and these guys have done an amazing job doing that. So it's really satisfying to see the excitement that people have about our school and about our program, and it's something that we want to keep moving forward with our department in general and athletics in general here. I think that this is a great place. It's a beautiful school. It's obviously a high-quality education, and it's a place where, contrary to what the perception might be, athletics matters. And if you come in and you're in the gym when we practice, and come in and listen to our men's and women's lacrosse team when they're up in the weight room lifting, go out to the soccer field when our men's and women's soccer teams are working out, and how hard they play and how hard they go. Our volleyball team went to the playoffs for the first time in I don't know how long this year with a brand new first-year coach. Like, things like that we're gravitating in the right direction, and we just want to keep getting that thing going the way it's going.
Similar question for Darrel and CJ. What does it mean to have made it to this point in the season and make it through the first round? Looking forward to tomorrow.
As soon as I got here last year, the first thing Coach said was, we're going to the tournament, we're going to the tournament. And as a freshman, I'm like, I've never been in that position. I've seen it on TV, I've seen it everywhere, but I noticed that obviously it was a big deal, and I really wanted to get to that position. And I just trusted Coach, and I trusted the team, my teammates that came in. and we built a culture, and you know, we're here right now, so it's just a big deal, and it's really fun to be here. So.
I just love our team, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we just have so many different personalities.
A lot of personalities.
Like, we're all different. Like, we got Alan, who's very loud, outgoing. I'm more on the quiet side, but you can't really tell when I play basketball. I'm more like enthusiastic.
Yeah.
But like, I just love our guys. We all have different personalities. We just love the game of basketball. We all compete at a high level. That's really it.